Morning, my dear children. Today, let us discuss about laws of exponents for real numbers. So, first let us recall laws of exponents for integers. The first law is a to the power of m into a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. Second law, a to the power of m by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m minus m n if m is greater than n. If m is less than n, then we have to write it as 1 by a to the power of n minus m. Next, a to the power of m whole to the power of n is equal to a to the power of mn. Next law, 1 by a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of minus m. The last one, a to the power of 0 is 1. Suppose the exponents and bases are rational numbers. For example, 2 to the power of 2 by 3 and 2 to the power of 1 by 3. Then we have to learn laws of exponents to the basis of positive real numbers and to the exponents as rational numbers. So before we start these laws, let us first understand what is the nth root of real numbers. Let us take first 2 square is equal to 4. Then square root of 4 is equal to 2. See, how can we write 4? We can write 4 as 2 square whole to the power of 1 by 2. 2 will cancel and you will get answer as 2. Next, 2 cube is equal to 8. Cube root of 8 is equal to 2. So, 8 we can write it as 2 cube whole to the power of 1 by 3. 3 will cancel and we are getting 2. Similarly, 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 16. So, 4th root of 16 is 2. And 2 to the power of 5 is equal to 32. 5th root of 32 is equal to 2. And so on. Like that, we can find nth root of real numbers. So, now a to the power of n is equal to b. So, nth root of b is equal to a. So, we can write this as b to the power of 1 by n is equal to a. So, nth root of b is a. So, now children, in earlier discussion, laws of exponents were defined for integers, isn't it? Now, let us learn laws of exponents to the basis of positive real numbers and rational exponents. Now, let a greater than 0 be a real number and p and q be a rational number. Now, let us see first law, a to the power of p into a to the power of q. As bases are same, we should add the powers. So, a to the power of p plus q. Now, let us understand this by considering one example. 2 to the power of 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 1 by 3. Now, according to the law, we can write it as 2 to the power of 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3. As denominator is same, we can add the numerator. 2 plus 1 is 3. So, 2 to the power of 3 by 3, you are getting 2 to the power of 1 which is equal to 2. Let us move on to the second law, a to the power of p whole to the power of q is equal to a to the power of p into q. Now, let us consider one example for this. 5 to the power of 1 by 7 whole to the power of 4. So, according to the law, we can write it as 5 to the power of 1 by 7 into 4, which is equal to 5 to the power of 4 by 7. Next law, a to the power of p by a to the power of q, which is equal to a to the power of p minus q. For this, let us consider one example, 3 to the power of 1 by 5 by 3 to the power of 1 by 3. So, according to the law, we can write like this, 3 to the power of 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3. As denominators are 5 and 3, LCM of these two will become 15. And numerator you will have 3 minus 5, which is equal to 3 to the power of minus 2 by 15. Here, as the exponent is negative, we have to make it as positive. So, we can write it as 1 by 3 to the power of 2 by 15. And the next law is a to the power of p into b to the power of p, which is equal to ab to whole to the power of p. Let us consider one example for this. Example, 7 to the power of 1 by 17 into 11 to the power of 1 by 17. According to the law, we can write it as 7 into 11 whole to the power of 1 by 17, which is equal to 77 whole to the power of 1 by 17. The last law is nth root of a, which is equal to a to the power of 1 by n. Now, let us learn about the next topic, surds. What do you mean by a surd? A number that can't be simplified to remove a square root or a cube root, etc. is called as a surd. In n is a positive integer greater than 1 and a is a positive rational number but not nth power of any rational number. Then nth root of a or a to the power of 1 by n is called a surd of nth order, and nth root of a we call as a surd or a radical. A is called as a radical. Nth root is called radical sign and n is called degree of radical. Now examples of surds are root 2, root 3, cube root of 9 and so on. Now let us take two examples and find whether it is a surd and which is not a surd. Suppose you take root 7, first example, you can represent this as 7 to the power of 1 by 2, which we call it as a surd. Another example, cube root of 8. 8 you can write it as 2 cube and you have by whole to the power of 1 by 3. 3 cancel and you are getting 2. This is not considered as a surd because in surds we can't simplify it by removing the cube roots. So now let us solve few example sums. By taking first example, 4th root of 81 minus 8 into cube root of 343 plus 15 into 5th root of 32 plus square root of 225. 81 you can write it as 3 to the power of 4 minus 8 into cube root of 343 you can write it as 7 cube plus 15 into 5th root of 32 you can write it as 2 to the power of 5 plus square root of 225 you can write it as 15 square. And nth root of a, how can we write? A to the power of 1 by n. Similar way, 3 to the power of 4 whole to the power of 1 by 4 minus 8 into 7 cube whole to the power of 1 by 3 plus 15 into 2 to the power of 5 whole to the power of 1 by 5 plus 15 square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Now from the laws of exponents we can multiply these two powers. Now 3 to the power of 4 into 1 by 4 minus 8 into 7 to the power of 3 into 1 by 3 plus 15 into 2 to the power of 5 into 1 by 5 plus 15 into the power of 2 into 1 by 2. 4 cancel, 3 you can cancel, 5 you will cancel, 2 you will cancel. You will be getting here 3 minus 8 into 7 plus 15 into 2 plus 15. So 3 minus 7 7s are 56 plus 15 2s are 30 plus 15. So 30, 15 and plus 3 you will get 48 minus 56. So the result is minus 8 and this sum is very important, children. Now let us see next question. If a and b are rational numbers and find the value of a and b in each of the following equations. Let us take first example here. Root 3 plus root 2 by root 3 minus root 2 is equal to a plus b root 6. Here we have to find out the value of a and b. Now the rationalizing factor of root 3 minus 2 is what? Root 3 plus 2. Root 3 plus 2. So multiply root 3 plus root 2 with both numerator and denominator. You will be getting root 3 plus root 2 whole square by root 3 whole square. This is denominator is in a form of a plus b into a minus b. So a square minus b square. So root 3 whole square minus root 2 whole square is equal to a plus b root 6. Now numerator is in a form of a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square means root 3 whole square plus 2 into root 3 into root 2 plus root 2 whole square by denominator 3 minus 2, which is equal to a plus b root 6. So root 3 whole square means root 3 into root 3 will become 3 plus 2 into root 3 into root 2 will become root 6 plus root 2 whole square means root 2 into root 2 is 2 by 3 minus 2 is 1, which is equal to a plus b root 6. Now add 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 2 root 6, which is equal to a plus b root 6. Now comparing 5 plus 2 root 6 with a plus b root 6. Now the value of a will become 5 and the value of b will become 2. This is how you will be finding the a and b value for this sum. Next one example, let us take another example. The same model of this example, root 5 plus root 3 by 2 root 5 minus 3 root 3 is equal to a minus b root 15. Same model children, you have to find your a and b value. Now the rationalizing factor of this is what? 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3. Isn't it? So you have to multiply 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3 by numerator and denominator. Now if you multiply, you will be getting root 5 into 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3 plus root 3 into 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3 by denominator is in a form of a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. Now you can write 2 root 5 whole square minus 3 root 3 whole square. Now you see the numerator, 2 into root 5 into root 5 will become 5 plus 3 into root 5 into root 3 plus 2 into root 3 into root 5 plus root 3 into root 3 is 3 into 3. Now denominator you can write it as 2 root 5 whole square means 2 square 4, root 5 square means 5 minus 3 root 3 whole square means 3 square is 9 into root 3 square means root 3 into root 3 is 3. Now 5 2s are 10 in the numerator plus 3 root 5 3s are 15 plus 2 root 5 3s are 15 plus 3 3s are 9 by 5 4s are 20 minus 27, which is equal to a minus b root 15. Now here see root 15 is common. Here first you add 10 plus 9 is 19 plus root 15 is common, so you will get 3 plus 2 by 20 minus 27 is minus 7, which is equal to a minus b root 15. So 19 plus 3 plus 2 is 5 root 15 by minus 7, which is equal to a minus b root 15. Now split this one, minus 19 by 7 plus minus minus 5 root 15 by 7, which is equal to a minus b root 15. Now comparing this with a minus b root 15, you will be getting the value, a value as minus 19 by 7 and b value as plus 5 by 7. This is how you will be finding the a and b value. Next example, let us see next examples. Find the 625 whole to the power of 1 by 4. Here 625 you can write it as 5 to the power of 4 whole to the power of 1 by 4. 4 will cancel according to the law. 4 will cancel and you will be getting as answer as 5. Next example, 243 whole to the power of 2 by 5. Now 243 you can write it as 3 to the power of 5 whole to the power of 2 by 5. According to the law, we can write it as 3 to the power of 5 into 2 by 5. 5 will cancel, 3 square, which is equal to 3 into 3 is 9. Children, I hope so you have understood today's content, and these sums are very important. You have to practice each sum 2 times. And today, this is the end of this chapter, real numbers. Thank you and have a good day.